welcome to another story time. This one's going to be a little bit with a lesson learned. I was in my late teens, I don't know, maybe early 20s, I'm not sure how old I was. I wanted to go on a fishing trip with a buddy of mine after work. We wanted to do a little cat fishing. That was the goal. There was an area that had just recently opened up, that it was a protected zone, and it's now got its protected zone back. There was a lot of rigmarole between the DNR and the power company that owned it, and the DNR didn't want to pay the power company price, and it lost the refuge status. So you could get up there and go fishing to it, and the fishing was excellent. So knowing I had the next couple days off work, we decided to go fishing. Now, I had been at work for, I don't know, it was maybe about a 6-hour shift. I had been to college before that point, so I'd been going at it all day. I can't remember if we picked up the boat or if I actually had hooked up the boat and parked out in the parking lot at work with the boat. I've been known to do that. So my buddy meets me, or maybe I swing by his house, not important. And we go out and go up to this spot and go fishing. Now, our initial plan was to catfish. First striper I caught, we swapped plans. And that night we had picked up about a limit of stripers. Fishing was still good. We didn't quite have our full limit. Just in case we caught another, real nice one or something, we wanted to be able to keep it. And they were in my fish basket, so they were still alive. Well, we got a little tired of doing that, and we decided to head on over to the lake. I had picked up some crappie minnows earlier, and that was another part of the plan because I wanted to get some crappie too, and a real good crappie spot was not too far away from there. So we get up and get to going, change boat ramps and get to going up to that spot. Well, about that time the rain hit. It was unexpected rain, as happens sometimes in the spring, and we got soaking wet, pulled off on the bank, got a fire going, started drying out the pants, stuff like that. And the sun was coming up. It was chilly, and it wasn't fully dry. Buddy's still wet. We're a little chilly. We decided to call it a day, and this was well into probably 24 hours or more since I'd woke up. We didn't even go, crappie fishing. The weather had turned a little bit. Wind was up. We just didn't want to go out on the lake. We had a mess of stripers, so there was no point in getting more fish. Although back then I'd put fish in the freezer for my mom. So we loaded up the boat and started heading home. It was at that point I realized I'd done made a mistake. I start nodding a little bit. You know how that goes. You shouldn't be driving and sleepy. But I was 15, 20 minutes, about 20 minutes from the house. And I said, you know what, I can make it. His car, I remember now, his car was at my house, so we'll make it, and I'll keep fish on ice and clean them later, and he can be on his own to drive home. So I nod one more time, and it was that point I drifted a little bit to the right, and the wheels went off in the grass. Jarred woke me up, and I overcorrected. Ended up spinning my whole rig around back to the same side of the highway I was on, and then off the highway. Ended up boat turned over, boat trailer messed up. The Bronco 2 I was driving should have flipped, was fine, thank God. But the whole thing about it, and the funny part is, as I had corrected and was spinning around, my buddy, who was already asleep, woke up and just said, "This ain't normal." And then we, finished spinning around and landing how we did. He went back to sleep. He didn't care one bit. Of course, my rig was totaled. Not the truck, but the boat. So don't drive when you're tired. Don't drive when you're sleeping. And the other thing I learned, don't rely on the police for the area, the county police, to stop or slow down if they see an accident, even if you're standing there. I was passed by 4 different police officers, and finally it was a game warden that stopped, that offered to help me out. Back then we didn't have cell phones, so he rode me up to the gas station. I called home, got people coming, and he rode me back to the accident, made sure we were okay. And at that point we waited for people to arrive. The fish were total loss, as they had ended up in the ditch, or kind of in the ditch where the boat gas was poured all over them and all. We were able to save some rods and some tackle, but one of the tackle boxes was spewed all over the side of the road. It was just a mess, and I learned a lesson. If I'm tired, I'm going to stop, I'm going to take me a nap, whatever, and I'm not going to drive. Learn from my mistake. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.